What is Wunmi saying? That we should forgive her? Like, forgive me. Forgive me. I did not intend doing it. What exactly is Wunmi trying to tell us here? Forgive me. It seems all road is leading down to Wunmi's home, Wunmi's family. All road is leading down to the family of the Adebanjos. All road is leading down to Wunmi, the prime suspect. All road is leading down to Wunmi and her mother. Now, with everything laid out, Wunmi wants us to forgive. Wunmi wants us to pardon her. Wunmi, I don't really get it. I thought you were ready to fight. I thought you were ready to depend. Oh, she sang dependable God, dependable. No, God did not instruct you to delete Mohbad. Mohbad had destiny to fulfill. He had lives to touch. He had people to raise. He had things to do. He had a lot. In fact, Mohbad is supposed to give birth to children. But you hoodwinked him with that one that you brought that is not his. Now you want us to treat you fairly. After you have petitioned Mohbad's father, petitioned the prime boy, petitioned plugs, there is nothing you've not done. Imagine you petition Mohbad's father, claiming that he swore on your son, he cursed your son, he threatened you, he wants to take your life. You even called him in the hope that he was going to respond to you so that you will tender this as evidence when you get out of Nigeria seeking for asylum. All of this, we found that you're a criminal, you're a prime suspect. We know. All of this didn't work. And now you want us to tamper justice with mercy. No, it is not in our own, it's not in our own right to decide what will happen to you. It is God that will decide. And of course, we do not want to take laws into our hands. That's why you have been going in and out of your home, covering your face, secret paternity test and all of that without anyone dealing with you on the streets. Why? Because we are law-abiding people. We are simply waiting to see the last game that is going to be played on this justice. Then you realize that there's something called civil or civilian arrest. You can be arrested. You'll be arrested and you will be tried in the court of humanity. You will be grilled. You will confess with extra. In fact, what you will spill out of your mouth, you will not even understand. It will appear like you are in one of those deliverance sessions in those churches in Nigeria where they will hit your head and something will start speaking out of you. Who are you? I am the prime suspect. What did you do? I was the one that was sent to take Mohbad out of this world. Why? Because he's a shining star. Really? How does that affect you? Of course, he has a call on his head. He has destiny to fulfill. I stuck with him because I needed to. You will start speaking, telling the world how you did it, who sent you, and everything. Justice for Mohbad must prevail. Translation and analysis will be done as usual. Let us listen to what our guest has to say, and we will be talking more. Do not forget to like and share. Do not forget to tap on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And also to encourage us to do more, kindly tap on that thanks button. Let's get right into it.
So when you want prime boy lano, so you got to find out. Shengbo, yeah, mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Ìgbà tó máa find out. Shengbo, wọ́n rí pé Wunmi ló competition. Òun ló competition against prime boy. Shengbo mi. Mo wá gbé nǹkan kan sórí internet láàárọ̀ yìí. Shengbo, mo wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ Wunmi. Mo ní Wunmi, so o mọ gbogbo petition báyìí kọ́. Mohbad dẹ̀ ń fojoojúmọ́ wálé ó ń sunkún fún ẹpọ́n fẹ́ pa òun. Ìtorí wọ́n ló jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé ó mọ àwọn tó pa Mohbad. Mohbad ń sunkún fún ẹ lójoojúmọ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ pa òun. Mohbad ìwọ náà ló sọ pé wọ́n máa ń nà. Wọ́n fẹ́ pa, wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe Wunmi. So ó mọ àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó lè bẹ arrest àwọn èèyàn. ẹni tó sọ pé ẹni tó bá jìyà bó ti jẹ́ pé lórí burúkú ẹ ó bá jìyà ẹgbẹ́ gọ́tà níyà ẹ gbé ẹ sí káwọn aláṣẹ́wó ṣé àlejò àwọn Rita lórí hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì kan tó gbé ńbẹ̀ kan tó lọ tọ́jú ẹ olórí burúkú ọmọ at age 10 àbúrò ya Mohbad sọ ọmọ ọdún 10 tó bọ́kùnrin jìyà ṣáyé ń ṣe ẹni ayé ẹ fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ni ṣòro bí bó ṣe máa ń parọ́ mọ́ gbogbo èèyàn bó ṣe kàn máa ń manipulate tó máa ń parọ́ ọmọ ọdún 10 tó lóhun bọ́kùnrin jìyà fọdún 10 sórí burúkú fẹ́ bá ẹni ṣebẹ́ gbọ́ ẹ ti sọ wọ́n ti sọ fún wa pé gbọ́n ẹ gbogbo àtẹ́gbọ́n ẹ fún ẹ lówó kó máa lọ school okó ló ń lé mú kiri títì ọmọ àlè játijàti ọmọ tẹ́nìkan kò bí tó fokórun pákó kiri Lẹ́kì olóṣì ọmọ tí ò tí pé 30 tó bu ẹ ti di kànga òbu ẹ ti di kanji dààmú ọlọ́mọ jẹ́ kẹ́yìn ọkùnrin gan sì gbé wọ́n ní kan náà lòbò ojú ló yàtọ̀ àbí kan tí mo sọ yé yín àwọn ọmọ òṣì àwọn ọmọ olóòrùn òbò wọn báyìí dẹ̀ máa ń rùn ni òbò wọn máa ń rùn ni bọ́dí odò ara wọn ẹ má ròbọ́ sí latrine sílẹ̀ ni àwọn ọmọ àlè játijàti tó yẹ pé orí social media lọ ti wá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ju bí ó ṣe rí lọ àwọn empty barrels dédé tó wà lórí social media olórí burúkú ọmọ tí ò bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni at age 14 mi ti ṣe nǹkan oṣù gan ní age 14 mi ti ṣe nǹkan oṣù ní age 14 ìwọ tí ń bọ́kùnrin gbé ó wá ní ó bọ́kùnrin jìyà olórí burúkú mọdà Mary àjẹgbọ́nú orin Mohbad kọ́kọ́ pé ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Wunmi tó bá mi jìyà ó bá mi jìyà láti kékeré storyteller ni Mohbad orin kan ni Mohbad máa ń kọ wo Davido orin wọn ló kọ fún ṣọ́mà ẹ̀nà ṣíọ́mà lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn olórin tó máa ń kọrin láyé ìtọ̀gbésí ayé wọn ló fi máa ń kọrin Wunmi báwo ni Mohbad ṣe gbàgbé pé ó bá wọn jìyà ó dẹ̀ ní ṣe oríire bó ṣe purọ́ mọ́ kó ọ̀run yẹn àwọn òkú ọ̀run gan bínú sí ẹ ní mọ́ṣúárì mo gbé fúláwà lọ sórí olórí Mohbad lẹ́nu nínú ẹ̀mí mo ti gbé lọ àwọn òkú ọ̀run wọ́n bínú sí ẹ olórí burúkú ọmọ òun bá Mohbad jìyà olè ẹni tó fẹ́ jogún nǹkan tí ò ṣe sílẹ̀ ó lè rógún kankan jẹ́ because ọmọ tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ ọmọ àlè ní gbé ọmọ lọ fọ́mọ lọ ó lò ṣe ọmọ àlè játijàti olórí burúkú gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin tẹ́ ń wò mí láàárọ̀ ìjọ tẹ́ bá ti ká ìyàwó yín tó ń dókó kiri ẹ tètè lé because ó ti sọ obìnrin àṣànà tí ò bá pa ọkọ ó máa gbọ́mọ àlè wá fọ́kọ ni olórí burúkú ọmọ ó fòbòdù Mohbad ó fóúnjẹ dùn olórí burúkú oníńdómì ìsọnù wọn ní pọ́ọ̀tù ọbẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ kìkìdá búrẹ́dì kìkìdá tékèwé plastic ló kúnlé wọn Lẹ́kì ó fóúnjẹ dùn ó fòbòdù kò ṣe gbogbo DNA yẹn kò tiẹ̀ má rí traces ẹ̀jẹ̀ Mohbad everything was negative ó wá ní o fẹ́ gbélé ayé ṣe rere. Now, ṣẹ́bẹ̀ pé sọ fún wa pé òun àti Mohbad jọ jìyà ni ó wá arrest prime boy mo wá sọ fún yín láàárọ̀ yìí mo rí press nǹkan tí punch ti gbé jáde regarding àwọn bàbá Mohbad nípa prime boy sorry nínú bẹ̀ wọ́n wá jẹ́ kó yé wa pé Wunmi ló kọ petition kan arrest prime boy ẹ̀yin ọlọ́pàá olórí burúkú tẹ́ wà ń pàǹtì ikùn yín àwọn oníkùn pẹpẹ súpù oníkùn tìrìtìrì àfikọ́ mọtí kọ́ jẹ pẹpẹ súpù kọ́ dóyàwó oníyàwó àwọn olórí burúkú ọlọ́pàá the same petition tí Wunmi kọ ẹni Mohbad kọ fún yín ẹ̀yin ọlọ́pàá gbogbo yín sọ pé wọ́n gé tí yín lọ ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú bẹ́ ṣe máa gbé gbogbo ọmọ yín sí lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan nìyẹn gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọlọ́pàá tẹ́ deny Mohbad ní petition tó kọ́kọ́ Wunmi wá ń competition yẹn ń sìn ẹ wá gbé ikùn tìrìtìrì ikùn pẹpẹ súpù ya Chioma ẹ wá gbé yẹn sórí káńtà pàǹtí ẹ wá arrest prime boy. Àwọn aláṣọ pípọ́n aláṣọ dúdú bíi tàparò Wunmi mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni ó mọ petition báyìí kọ Mohbad ń wálé láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn lálẹ́ ó ń sunkún fún ẹ pé ìyà ń jẹ òun wọ́n ní òun lára olórí burúkú ẹ ìyá àgbà tó fún ẹ láṣọ funfun tó ní kó lọ fi protect Mohbad ìgbà tó kú ṣé ìyá àgbà kú ni àbí ìyá àgbà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ resurrect tí ọ̀ràn ti fún ẹ láṣọ yẹn gbà yẹn kó fi protect Mohbad. Tí African magic bá àwọn tó máa fún láwọ́dì onírọ́ lọ́dún Wunmi ní kó gbé fún for the next 10 years Wunmi ní kó máa gbà wọ́ọ̀dù àwọn onírọ́ yẹn lọ. Abẹ́ gbọ́ mi ẹ jẹ́ kí n ka petition yẹn fún kí n gbé yín débẹ̀. Sorry petition yẹn wọ́n ti kọ so response àwọn side bàbá lele bàbá Mohbad lọ́yà wọn mi mọ̀ bóyá lọ́yà àwọn ló kọ but àwọn ló gbé kíní àwọn ni punch represent mi bá ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ fún yín ẹ jẹ́ kí n kà fún yín nísùúrù mo ti gbé sórí wall mi bọ̀ mo kàn fẹ́ kà mo fẹ́ analyze ẹ̀ Wunmi ló kọ ilé fún ọ kọ petition wọ́n sọ petition yẹn náà síbẹ̀ so màá analyze ẹ̀ fún yín ṣe ti yín. Ó ní the family of late singer Ilerioluwa Loba popularly known as Mohbad has faulted a petition said to have been filed by the deceased. Èmi ò ní pè ní deceased widow because èmi ń sọ fún yín sìn tẹ́ bá gbà mí gbọ́ nsìn ẹ gbà mí gbọ́ later ìyẹn tí Fálànà tí ń bá wọn justice kan sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn justice tó possible kan máa ṣe case yẹn ṣe pé gbogbo wọn máa ń mọ́ra wọn ó ti ń sọ fún wọn pé because Wunmi's DNA came out negative ó ti ń sọ fún wọn pé tó bá lọ sí court láti lọ gba ẹtìmọ̀ lẹ́tà tó máa ń gbà yẹn láti fún Wunmi kó lọ ṣe DNA àwọn judges yẹn wọ́n máa refuse bàbá but Fálànà mọ consequence ẹ̀ kò fọ́ǹtì kìíní yẹn ìtorí ẹ̀ ló ṣe sọ pé kí Wunmi lọ kó lọ bá àwọn ọmọ tó jáde lábẹ́ òun kó lọ ṣe DNA ń bẹ̀ Fálànà mọ consequence but Fálànà fẹ́ máa jà lábẹ́ ó fi àwọn lọ́ọ̀yà míì síwájú kan máa fọ́ǹtì iṣẹ́ yẹn lọ Fálànà ṣòro ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lójú yín tó dàbí ojú gbẹ̀jẹ̀dí yẹn fìlà yín tó dàbí nǹkan tí ìyá rẹ̀ mi fi ṣe kọ́mọ rẹ̀ mi ní ayé 1968 tàbá drag yín tán bọ́mọ yín ṣe máa ń drag federal government bẹ́ẹ̀ la ṣe máa drag yín tó bá bí pọ̀n rí ìyáláyà yín dá tí bàbá Mohbad bá lọ kóòtù ìpẹ́kẹ́ fóun ní lẹ́tà kóun fi lọ ṣe DNA pẹ̀lú Wunmi pẹ̀lú ọmọ yẹn tó bá bí ìyáláyà George kan dá àfi ká má rí fọ́tò yín ká má mọ orúkọ yín tó bá bí ìyáláyà yín dá ẹ refuse bàbá Mohbad kẹ má fún ní lẹ́tà kó lọ fi ṣe DNA. Court order ẹ ṣe ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa kà lọ. The family of late Ilerioluwa Loba, popularly known as Mohbad, has faulted the petition said to have been filed by the deceased Ashana Omowumi against Ibrahim Owoduni, also known as Prime Boy. Prime Boy, a close ally to Mohbad, was interrogated during a scheduled visit to the State Criminal Investigation Department on Tuesday, alongside Ayobami Fisayo, aka Spending. The duo had been instructed to visit the police facility every week since the commencement of the investigation into the circumstances leading to Mohbad's death. Ṣé pé lórí burúkú làwọn ọlọ́pàá yìí? Ẹ fi suspect ilẹ̀. Ó rìn fandafanda lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Àwọn tí ò tiẹ̀ sí nígbà tí Mohbad kú, àwọn tí ò sí ilé ìgbà tí Mohbad kú, ẹ wá arrest wọn. Ṣé lórí burúkú làwọn ọlọ́pàá yìí ni? Wọn ò mọ bí tí Dàróṣà wà ní, àbá ò mọ bí tàdúrà wà, àbá ò mọ bí tí Wùnmí wà. Àwọn tó wà nínú ilé ìgbà tí Mohbad kú nìyẹn. Kí ló dé tó ń mú àwọn witness? Ẹ yẹ ká máa kà lọ. The State Police Public Relations Officer, Benjamin Hundeyin, however, confirmed that the Afro singer was delayed and questioned during Tuesday's visit over alleged over alleged defamation of character and other allegations cited in the petition filed by Wunmi. Wunmi sọ pé prime boy in defame character òun. Ẹjọ́, character wo ni Wunmi ní? Ṣé character pé ó lọ kó bọ́kùnrin láti 10 years old? Àbí character pé ó gbé ọmọ àlè lọ fún Mohbad? Àbí character pé ó stab Mohbad láyà? Ó gún Mohbad lọ́bẹ. Ó gbé àwọn tó ẹjọ́ ń dóra yín. Ó pè wọ́n wọlé ẹjọ́ ṣe Mohbad léṣe ogun lọ́bẹ. Character wo lo lórí burúkú ní? Àpọ́nlé òsì fọ́mọ tó ń dókó kiri. Àpọ́nlé òsì fún transformer Lẹ́kì. Àpọ́nlé òsì fún lórí burúkú tó gbọ́mọ àlè wá sínú ilé ọkọ. Abẹ́gbọ́, wọ́n defame character o. What character? Berekete cannot talk now because Berekete has to keep quiet. He's waiting for Nkotogbelos America. Eje kamalo common sense wa now. On sọ pé 10 weeks. Berekete ń dúró de 10 weeks ni. Berekete kò tí dá case nu. Abẹ́gbọ́ mi ni. Àṣànà sọ pé defame character òun. Ẹjọ́, character wo l'Àṣànà ní? Ọmọ gidi wo ló bí lére? Abẹ́gbọ́ mi. Ọmọ gidi wo ló bí lére tó ti lọ sùn tọkùnrin látọmọdún 10. Ẹ wo Kiss Daniel àti ìyàwó ẹ̀. Tó bá sọ pé àwọn wo ló bá ọkùnrin jìyà. Kiss Daniel, take your flowers. Ẹ wo ọmọ yẹn kò ṣe Gen Z. Ẹ wo ọmọ yẹn weaving ẹ̀ ló bá gbé sórí. Ọmọ Ìyábọ̀ market. The statement read, it has come to our notice that Wunmi Sintaloba has petitioned the police, alleging that Prime Boy and 4 other persons, only Prime Boy and 4 other persons were cyberbullying and threatening her. Were cyberbullying and threatening to her life and her son Liam Aloba, amongst other allegations. Abolori burúkú làwọn ọlọ́pàá ẹ̀. Ibo ni Prime Boy ti threaten Wunmi àti Liam. Wunmi olórí burúkú ni ẹ tó bá bí ìyá láìyá ẹ̀dá. Mú result yẹn jáde. Result DNA mú jáde. Orúkọ tó fi ṣe DNA yẹn máa fún yín láàárọ̀. Máa fún yín lórúkọ yẹn. Kí làgún lọ hospital wá sọ pé wọ́n ṣe DNA pẹ̀lú orúkọ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ káyé wọ́n wá bàjẹ́ sórí internet. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú dédé. Ẹ̀yin aláyé bàjẹ́. Wunmi mo challenge ẹsẹ̀. Bọ́sítà kò sọ fún mi pé ó lọ síbẹ̀ ó ṣe DNA. Kíkú pa ya láìyá ẹ̀. Olóṣì. Ṣégé tó jẹ́ kó máa sá nìyẹn. Àbẹ̀rẹ̀ pé DNA tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Olóbùkù ọmọ. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa kà lọ. Abẹ́gbọ́. Ó ní Prime Boy àtàwọn mẹ́rin. Bí èmi àti Sister Tọ́lání àti Sister Tẹ́ni gan wà ní àwọn mẹ́rin. Ó ní Prime Boy àtàwọn mẹ́rin kan wọ́n búlì ọmọ òun. Wunmi jẹ́ fún example kan sí. Jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kí nǹkan kan yéra wa. Wunmi, why we are coming for you, let me explain it to you this morning. Ọmọ tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ yẹn. Ó ti nurse ọmọ yẹn. Ó ti rán lọ sí school, ó ti tọ́jú ẹ̀. Ọmọ yẹn máa bá rí. Wunmi ìwọ mú bá wí sí yo. Ẹ bá máa love and like Wunmi. Liam ọwọ́ ẹ̀ yẹn ó wá dàgbà. Ó wá marry. Àbí kò yẹ. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ wá pè ńjọ́ kó wá ní ọmọ yẹn ti kú. Ó wá pè ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé kí ló pa ọmọ yẹn. Ọmọ yẹn ò wá sọ fún nǹkan tó pa ọmọ yẹn. Wunmi báwo ló ṣe máa feel? Bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí bàbá Mohbad ńsìn. Bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan ni àtàwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re. Mo sọ fún ẹ̀sìn, thank God, ó ní ọmọ lọ́wọ́, ó bí ọmọ, ó dàgbà, ó fẹ́yàwó, ó wà ń lẹ́jọ́ kan, àṣàbíyamọ. Ó wá pè ẹ́, wọ́n sọ pé ọmọ ẹ kú, ó wá níta ló wà ńbẹ̀ tó kú kí ló pa, ó wá sọ fún ẹ pé ìyàwó ẹ wà ńbẹ̀. Kódà gan, wọ́n ti pa àwọn àfáà, wọ́n ti ṣe embalmment fún Wunmi kí ló máa ṣe. Olórí burúkú ẹ. Ìwọ ràgà bó tiẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n lè pa tèèyàn kan. He who killed by the sword will die by the sword. Abeg Bomi, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa kà lọ. As a result of the police detained Prime Boy at the Akpanti office in Lagos and released him on Tuesday evening at about 8 p.m. local time. The legal team was led by Emmanuel Oroko Esquire. Prime Boy and Spending were at Panti police station earlier in the morning to fulfill part of the condition of their administrative bill, which is that they must report to the homicide section of Panti police station every week. We are the strong opinion that the police can only help to get justice in the matter relating to who killed Ilerioluwa by vetting spurious petition that border on scaring potential witness. Exactly. Kí ló dé tẹ́ scare witness. Meanwhile, Mohbad's father Joseph Aloba had filed an application in January at the coroner court sitting in the Korodu area of the state, seeking to call more witnesses in the bid to unravel the cause of his son's death. The witnesses requested to testify before the court, including Prime Boy, Spending, Boluwatife Adeyemo, aka Darosha, all of whom were alleged to have been with the deceased at the material time. Mohbad died on September 12 at the age of 27, with circumstances surrounding his death sparking controversies on social media. Being a former record label signing of Madian Records, owned by Naira Marley, Mohbad left the label in February 2022. The State Police Command had, on September 18, 2023, inaugurated 13-man special investigation team to probe the death. Ibo làwọn 13 men yẹn wà, ṣán ti kú ni. The body of Mohbad was on September 21st, 2023, exhumed for autopsy to unravel the cause of his death. Undeyin had tweeted in September 2030 that an autopsy has been concluded and the police were waiting for the results. Meanwhile, Aloba in November 2023 had stated that nobody should collect his son's body for burial without the authorization. In an interview with Punch Metro in December 2023, Undeyin reiterated that the command had not received the report of the autopsy. When contacted, Wunmi's lawyer, Taiwo Olawanle, Falana ni direct solicitor Wunmi, but Falana mọ a lot of consequence tó wà lára case yẹn. Àwa máa direct Wunmi sáwọn ọmọ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún. Wọ́n sì ní chamber o, àwọn tó kúrò lábẹ́ chamber. Ṣẹ́gbẹ́ tó pé Wunmi's lawyer nsìn, Taiwo Olawanle, declined to speak on the matter. Olórí burúkú máa decline náà ni. Ìgbà tó yẹ pé Wunmi tún ti àbí Wunmi ṣó tún ti gbọ́bọ̀ fún bàbá Falana. Ṣé bàbá Falana tún ti ń dún ẹ?
Welcome back. Now, let us quickly go through one of the important in this. Now, whenever you hear Mohbad's family, you need to understand that Mohbad's family is now two. One is Mohbad's father, who we all know is seeking for justice for his son. Two is Mohbad's mother. So whenever you hear Mohbad's family, do not get it twisted. You need to know who we are talking about, which Mohbad's family. Now, the family said Mohbad's widow wrote the petition to scare away witnesses in their ongoing trial to unravel the cause of Mohbad's RIP. The family of Ilerioluwa Aloba faulted this petition filed by Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo against Ibrahim Owodoni, known also as Prime Boy. Now, Prime Boy, childhood friend of Mohbad, was questioned during one of the scheduled visit to the State Criminal Investigation Department, SCID, alongside Ayobami Fisayo, aka Spending. Prime Boy and Spending had been directed to visit the police facility weekly since the commencement of their investigation into the circumstances surrounding the demise of Mohbad. Is this not injustice? Wunmi the prime suspect, was not detained. She's not requested to come to the state CID headquarters to sign. She's the one with Mohbad. All of a sudden, Prime Boy, that was only around Mohbad 72 hours, is being asked to come and sign and also detained. Spending, what is his own role? According to the police, because he responded to the request of Wunmi by giving her contact of his nurse. By so doing, the police claim that he is now an accessory to the demise of Mohbad. Now, let us ask, what then is the role of Wunmi, who called Spending, requesting for a nurse? What is the role of Wunmi? That we all saw clearly on camera, the same CCTV footage or footages that they claim is not available. They showed us one, the one that they needed, the one that they believe will work for them. And what part is this? Wunmi opening the door for the nurse to attend to Mohbad. Is Wunmi not an accessory? Opening the door. Okay, the excuse Wunmi gave is that Mohbad does not like hospital, so she's absolved of anything. Like, since Mohbad is a grown-up person, he said he doesn't like hospital. Wunmi had no option than to call Spending, introduced a nurse to her. She called the nurse came. So it is Spending's fault, isn't it? That's what you want us to believe. All right. Now, a lot of people who are concerned about this unlawful arrest had to quickly call Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, Benjamin Hundeyin, and he confirmed that Prime Boy was interrogated over alleged defamation of character and other accusations outlined in a petition filed by Wunmi Adebanjo. Although he said he has been released later on. Now, Mohbad's father, faulted Wunmi's move. In a statement signed by the head of its legal team, Monisola Odumosu, he said, this petition was written to scare potential witnesses in the unfolding investigative inquiry at the coroner's court. Let me read out the statement. It has come to our notice that Wunmi Cynthia. Now, the lawyer Monisola Odumosu used Aloba. We need to get this thing right. We need to get it right. Anyway, let me refer to her as such. Wunmi Cynthia Aloba has petitioned the police alleging that Prime Boy and 4 other persons were cyberbullying and threats to her life and her son, Liam Aloba, amongst other allegations. As a result, the police detained Prime Boy at the Akpanti office in Lagos and released him on Tuesday evening at about 8 p.m. local time. The legal team was led by Emmanuel Oroko, Esquire. Prime Boy and Spending were at Akpanti police station earlier in the morning of Tuesday, March 12, 2024, to fulfill part of the conditions of their administrative bail, which is that they must report to the homicide section of Akpanti police station every week. We are of the strong opinion that the police can only help to get justice in the matter relating to who took Ileriolu Aloba Mohbad out by vetting spurious petitions that border on scaring potential witnesses in the unfolding investigative inquiry at the coroner's court. The police have shown professionalism and integrity by releasing Prime Boy on bail and allowing our legal team access to the petition. Also, Prime Boy was told to come back again. Well, you see, this is outright lawlessness. This is outright lawlessness. This is lawlessness. Wunmi, the prime suspect, moving around freely. In fact, when I saw that wanted pasted on Prime Boy, I knew the assignment. I knew what they intended. I knew their intention immediately. Immediately I said, how can the police put out this? How? It doesn't make sense. Has it been invited? No, they decided to put wanted so that they can conclude on what they want. They already mapped out what they needed to do. Like, you know what? Let us put wanted on him so it will be established that he is at large, like he is nowhere to be found. Let us put that on him. Let us just, well, let's move on. Let's move on, because at times, one can get so emotional with these things. Particularly when you see injustice publicly executed, publicly, injustice demonstrated publicly. We've seen countless cases where an individual has been declared free or should be out on bail. You will see the State Security Service, DSS, prison or the correctional officers, or the police. You see them most of the time, DSS and the prison warders. You see them fighting, disgracing themselves. You see them. That tells you how lawless they are. DSS wants to, as if the law is not clear enough. We keep saying we have a long way to go. No, we don't have a long way to go. The will to do the right thing is never there. It is never there. Human beings don't like to do the right things generally. That is why, for the sake of sanity, progress, we must stand our ground. We must stand our ground. We must stand. Look at this. Look at this. I at times wonder why. I'm not saying that we've not seen countless of these things played out, even out there, countries where people tend to point to as an example. They do terrible things too. They cover up. Grand conspiracy. You'll find many of it there. But when you come to Africa, when you come to Nigeria, the bold, display will shock you. You'll be amazed. Now, a case of something similar. A lady passed away, and that lady is a daughter to one of the politicians. I think a senator, former senator, whatever it is. The police swung into action. Do you know who the police arrested first? Husband of this lady, who left the woman at home and went to work. That's the first person they got to first. They arrested him at work, like, hey, mister, come. So it means they know what to do, the will to do it. And that's the most dangerous. You see, when people are ignorant, it's a different thing. It's a different ball game. When people are ignorant, it's a different ball game. Then you might be like, okay, these people are ignorant. They don't know what to do. They lack the ability to understand. But in life, when you are dealing with people who are knowledgeable about themselves and the action that they choose to take, then you know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with serpents. Well, the police swung into action. They swung into action and they did what they needed to do. Quickly, autopsy, toxicology, whatever it is that needs to be done, they know how to go about it. They got it done ASAP. Everything came out clear. Everything came out clear. Why is the same not done here? Why is it not done? You know why? Because the law is not always the same when it comes to those that are not part of their crew, those that are not part of their cartel, those that are not part of their party. It is obvious, like I told you at the beginning. I said, wait, let us look at it. Let us trace it backwards. Let us even forget about why was Mohbad bullied and all of that. Let us even remove all of that. Let us look at the 24 hours around the demise of Mohbad. There are certain actions that were taken. Those actions tells and speaks volume. Evidences were quickly eradicated, such as CCTV, many other things were done. We even heard that Wunmi's mother flew in immediately. She landed. Also, let us look at the part of the police. They refused to give Mohbad's father what he requested for. They refused. No, they said, don't give that man. Don't give that man. Who made that call? Who put that call through? Who put that call through? That is the question. Who put that call through? Who made it possible? Who made it possible? Obviously, we know that Wunmi's mother is involved in this. Wunmi's mom is involved in this. So from there, we started adding, these things together. We started connecting the dots together, and we got to realize what this is all about. We got to realize what this is all about. So let's say Wunmi's mom contacted who she needed to contact, like, do not give that man this, make sure that this is buried once and for all. But the day Mohbad was exhumed, that day, Wunmi's life scattered. All the lies and the charm, everything bursted out, like everything scattered. Everything scattered for her. Until today, she's still grappling, looking for ways around it, like, okay, what can we do next? What can we do with this? That is why she believes that the only way out of this is to begin to petition. Mohbad's father's lawyer, he has made it clear. He has said it clearly that Wunmi is hell-bent on covering up, on using Mohbad's money to attack those that are truly seeking for justice, those that are witnesses, those that have truth in them to say. We've always said that Prime Boy is not willing to say the truth. There was a time Prime Boy came out saying, let's just forget about these things. Mohbad, let's just put him under the soil. Maybe it was on Kolos then. But immediately he realized that he might be going down for this. He changed his words. He started saying, DNA is a must. He started talking about CCTV. It means that he was careful back then. He didn't want to, he was kind of like, okay, you know what? Let me not jump and talk anyhow. Let me not say everything. Who knows? Maybe this cop will pass over me. Maybe I will not have to say everything. Maybe they will just cover everything up. But now that it is clear to him that this is not going to be covered up, someone must go to jail. And it seems his name is part of those that will go to jail. They have already looked at spending. Spending You will go to jail, but for a short time. Prime Boy and the nurse are going to be held. They are going to be held for the demise of Mohbad. That's it. So he knows. He knows already. He knows already. That's why he's always high on whatever alcohol or weed or whatever it is that they take, colos or whatever, whenever it comes online to speak. Always high. Because he knows that the day of reckoning is coming. He knows who he's dealing with. He knows everything. Now that you know everything, why don't you just say everything once and for all? You started saying, but you are trying to elongate it. You are trying to apply too much wisdom. I understand that there are certain things that will require evidence once you utter them. You've not even said anything. They've started petitioning you. You said you are waiting for the inquest to proceed. You want an invitation. But now, this inquest, are we sure there's going to be any inquest? Because the inquest was inaugurated by Femi Falana, Wunmi's lawyer, in the hope that, at first it was like, okay, justice for Mohbad, let's institute a coroner inquest. That's the proper way. That's the right way to begin this. Let us do this. In between, Femi Falana realized that this is not justice for Mohbad. This is protection, defense for Wunmi. Money definitely started exchanging hands. And slowly, we started seeing what that lawyer is interested in. We started seeing it. It became clear. It became clearer to us. It became clear. Even the blind can see. The blind can see. If truly Femi Falana Chambers is interested in justice for Mohbad, how is it possible that the utterances of Prime Boy that is supposed to be beneficial or helpful in seeking for justice for Mohbad is now being petitioned? It doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't make sense. No, not at all. It doesn't make sense. Not at all. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So it is glaring that Wunmi is the one that Femi Falana Chambers is protecting or working for, using Mohbad's money, Mohbad's revenue, using money coming from this justice for Mohbad, using it. They were able to quickly get some millions of naira before people realized that if you donate to Wunmi, you are donating to the prime suspect. You are donating to the prime suspect to be more powerful, stronger, to fight the justice. Immediately, you see, it's easy, very easy. Once the truth is about to explode, Wunmi will be so rattled with her mom. They will be so rattled with their so-called team Wunmi. They will start back-to-back show. They will sleepless night. Wunmi will start coming out. Please, you know how, and you know the way she speaks without control. Okay, that's how she speaks, like without. It's unfortunate. I don't know what Mohbad found in that thing with that husky voice. Her voice is not even, the voice, the voice that has consumed too much alcohol on the street, colos, smoke, weed, everything. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. That's just life for them on the street. That's life for them on the street. So, when you look at all of this, Wunmi, the prime suspect, I repeat again, petitioning Mohbad's father, the father of the deceased, petitioning Prime Boy, friend of the deceased. Question is this: why is Mohbad's father not petitioning? Maybe he has decided to be quiet. What we are waiting for is this: since they've done their DNA thing at the Woson Lagoon Hospital somewhere on the island of Lagos, or is that Awolowo Road or wherever it is, and they found out that it came out negative, the next line of action, I want to believe, is this: Wunmi, there is nothing to hide again. There is nothing to hide again, no, Wunmi. There is nothing to hide again. It's very simple. This is the simplest. This is the simplest. The simplest of the simple. This is the simplest, Wunmi. Since it is clear, it is clear. It is clear. It is clear. Since it is clear, Wunmi, just make sure that the letter that you are going to get from Mohbad's father, and I don't know why Mohbad's father has taken this long. Of course, well, they did send in a request anyway, and we know what you and your lawyer did. You guys started quoting some stupid quotation, saying that this and that, trying to stall. But now you have to answer. You have to what? Answer to the petition of Mohbad's father requesting for DNA. Justice for Mohbad.